Hey, we got Dan McCarty with us on the blog following the first day of pads in spring ball. So how did it go when you finally got the guys out there with pads on?
Yeah, I mean, good to get out here and get going. We're a long ways from being ready for LSU or anybody else right now. But we got a lot of work done, good evaluation. Can't wait to get on the tape and take a look at it. And I was impressed with the way these guys worked out here today. But you're always a little sloppy first day in pads. It's helmet, it's shoulder pads, it's all those pads on. A little bit mechanical this morning, but it'll get better, and it has to by Monday.
Hey, you've talked a lot about developing that physical edge and, the toughness and things like that. Does that begin in a practice like this, and how do you think that went?
Yeah, it begins as soon as you step out here on the field and we go with that circle drill and get guys in front of the whole football team, just trying to see who's tough, who's physical, who's going to compete, who's going to win. There's no ties out here. Somebody wins and someone loses every play. Each man beats somebody or loses to somebody, and that's the way we approach it. So it's just striving for excellence. It's striving to be great. And even though you may not get there every play, try to be. And that's what we try and do in all these physical drills we have.
You see some toughness developing with your players as you get them out here?
Yeah, and you love it. I mean, this is a tough man's game. There's no doubt about it. And the old adage, there's no place to hide. I mean, that's really the truth. There's a lot of bodies out there when there's 22 guys on the field with one play, but there's no place to hide. And if you're physical and you're tough and you compete, you've got a real chance to help us. If you don't, you got no chance to get on the plane with me to go into LSU.
All right, we've got Tevin Cantley on the blog with us following the second session of spring practice and the first day of pads. So Tevin, first day in pads, how do you think it went?
A little bit rusty, getting back used to it, but it's good to have some more contact. It's kind of hard playing D lineman when you have no pads on, just busting heads and stuff like that. So it's definitely good we got the pads back on. Really feels like we're back out here practicing. So all in all, I would say it's a good day. It feels good to start developing again.
Coach McCarty talks a lot about developing that physical edge to this team. Is this an important part of that as you guys get into that section of spring where you're hitting a lot?
Oh, for sure. We definitely got to develop the toughness, the willingness to hit. We can't go out there, on Saturdays and, if you got a guy and it's you and him in the hole, we got to make sure that our guys are going to be the one to hit. We want to be the most physical team in the Sun Belt. That's what wins games, especially for defenses.
Did you see some progress towards that goal today?
Oh yeah, today they were hitting. They were out there hitting. It was fun. We were out there, everyone getting their drills in, tackling drills, all this kind of stuff. It seems like everyone's happy to be out here and getting some contact in. We're getting a little rivalry between offense and defense again, really amps up when we're able to actually hit each other. So yeah, it was definitely good.
And we've got Aaron Fortenberry with us on the blog after the first day of pads and the second day of spring practice. So tell us a little bit about how it went with the first day in pads, the first contact.
It went pretty well. We're in a lot better shape. We're a lot bigger, a lot stronger than we were last year. So, I thought it went very well. Going through O-line drills, I feel like we were moving good. It was a pretty good day.
There's been a lot of talk about developing that physical edge and that toughness on this team. Coach McCarty's talked about it a lot. Do you feel like you guys are starting to do that as you get into pads here in the spring?
Oh yeah, I feel like, you just look at people and they're getting bigger. You'll see people in the locker room, you're like, man, when did you start getting all cut up and all that stuff? So Coach Wintrick's doing a real good job. He's getting us all good to go.
What about the tenacity and that kind of approach that Coach McCarty wants? Do you see that out there as you get into hitting and drills?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not Coach McCarty. Coach Simmons wants us to be mean. He wants the line to be mean. Wants us, to get after people. And I mean, I think it's coming along. We got young guys trying to get through, get them to get that attitude. So.
You seem like a pretty pleasant guy. You pretty mean out there?
You got to go out on the field. You got to turn it on. So, Coach Simmons always talks about being a gentleman on the field, and a monster on the field. Gentleman off the field, and a monster on the field.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by.